Question 1. What is Java variables and how to declare Java variables? A variable in Java is a container that holds data that can be changed during the execution of a program. It is associated with a specific data type that determines what kind of values it can store. To declare a variable in Java, you specify the data type followed by the variable name. Java has different types of variables, including local variables, declared inside methods or blocks, instance variables, declared inside a class but outside methods, and static variables, declared using the static keyword and shared among all instances of a class. Question 2. What are Java data types, primitive and non-primitive? Java data types are classified into two categories, primitive and non-primitive. Primitive data types include byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean, which store basic values directly in memory. Non-primitive data types, also known as reference types, include classes, arrays, interfaces, and enums. These data types do not store the actual value but instead store references to memory locations where the actual data is kept. Non-primitive types provide more flexibility and can hold complex data structures. Question 3. What is wrapper class in Java and why we need wrapper class? A wrapper class in Java is an object representation of a primitive data type. Each primitive type has a corresponding wrapper class, such as integer for int, double for double, and boolean for boolean. Wrapper classes are useful when working with collections like ArrayList that require objects instead of primitive types. They also provide useful utility methods and support features like automatic conversion between primitive and object types, autoboxing and unboxing. Question 4. What is the differences between passing by value and passing by reference? Passing by value means that a copy of the actual value is passed to a method, so changes made inside the method do not affect the original value. In Java, all primitive data types are passed by value. Passing by reference means that a reference to the actual memory location of an object is passed, so changes made inside the method affect the original object. Java does not support true pass by reference. However, when passing objects, the reference to the object is passed by value, meaning the method can modify the object's fields but cannot change the reference itself. Question 5. What is an immutable class in Java? An immutable class in Java is a class whose objects cannot be modified once created. Any modification results in a new object rather than altering the existing one. The string class in Java is a well-known example of an immutable class. Immutable classes provide advantages such as thread safety, caching, and predictable behavior. To make a class immutable, its fields must be declared as final, and no setter methods should be provided. Question 6. How to create a custom immutable class in Java? To create a custom immutable class, declare the class as final to prevent subclassing, mark all fields as private final to ensure they are assigned only once, and provide only getter methods without setters. Any mutable fields should be deeply copied in constructors and getter methods to prevent external modifications. This ensures that once an instance is created, its state cannot be changed. Question 7. What is string pool in Java and why we need string pool? The string pool in Java is a special memory area inside the heap where Java stores string literals. When a string literal is created, Java checks the pool to see if an identical string already exists. If it does, the existing reference is returned instead of creating a new object. This helps save memory and improves performance by avoiding unnecessary object creation. The string pool is particularly beneficial in applications that use a large number of string literals. Question 8. What are the results of following expressions? Please include the calculation process. 5 and 6, bitwise and the binary representation of 5 is 0101. And 6 is 0110. Performing bitwise and results in 0100, which is 4. 5, 6. Bitwise OR. The binary representation of 5 is 0101, and 6 is 0110. Performing bitwise OR results in 0111, which is 7. 5 to the power of 6, bitwise XOR. The binary representation of 5 is 0101, and 6 is 0110. Performing bitwise XOR, caret, results in 0011, which is 3. Question 9. Why we need to use break statement in switch case statement? The break statement in a switch case statement is used to terminate the execution of a particular case and prevent fall through to subsequent cases. Without a break, execution will continue to the next case, even if it does not match the condition. This can lead to unintended behavior and incorrect results. Using break ensures that only the matched case executes, improving program efficiency and readability. Question 10. What are access modifiers and their corresponding scopes in Java? Access modifiers in Java define the visibility and accessibility of classes, methods, and variables. There are 4 types of access modifiers. Public. The member is accessible from any class. Private. The member is accessible only within the same class. Protected. The member is accessible within the same package and by subclasses. Default. No modifier. The member is accessible only within the same package. Access modifiers help enforce encapsulation and controlled data access within a Java application. Question 11. What is static field and static method? A static field, or variable, belongs to the class rather than instances of the class. This means all objects of the class share the same static field. A static method is a method that belongs to the class and can be called without creating an object. Static methods cannot access instance variables directly and can only work with static fields and methods. The static keyword is useful for defining utility methods and constants. Question 12. Explain the main method in Java. The main method is the entry point of a Java application. It has the signature public static void main, string, args, which means it is public, accessible anywhere, static, can be executed without an instance, returns no value, void, and takes an array of strings as arguments. When a Java application starts, the JVM calls the main method to begin execution. It can be used to parse command line arguments and initialize program logic.